Surprise Thursday video, but I wanted to put this out there. It's probably going to be very minimal editing, but that's okay. I just really wanted to talk about this because I think it's an exciting piece of information that we all should be talking about, or maybe not. I don't want to. It's probably fine. It's happened enough times at this point that I feel like it's probably okay to talk about. But look, here's the deal. If you have not seen it already, it looks like it's happened again. Looks like Epic Games wasn't the only one that had a little oopsie poopsie, or maybe it's intentional at this point. I'm starting to, it's happened so much, I'm starting to be convinced that maybe this is just secretly a Kuro drip marketing campaign to keep the rumor mill going. Like they're setting it up like it's supposed to be leaks, but in actuality, it's all just part of the master plan. We've been criticizing their marketing skills for years, but secretly Kuro has become the puppet master in all of this. Now, what am I talking about? You might not even know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the Epic Games situation, but what is actually happening right now is that Kuro Games has put Wuthering Waves up on both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, and we can see that they're there. This is the Apple Store, and this is it. Currently live on the Google Play Store. Like, I'm actively live on the page, and it's there currently available for pre-registering, and we can just see that. We can see when it was last updated on and when it was there, but one thing we did not see before was the pre-register button, that it's going to be coming and you can actually sign up for notifications on it. I believe previously it's just said coming soon. You can do anything else with it, but we do also have on the Apple Play Store, we could see that an expected 23rd of May 2024 release date was added onto the Apple Store, which falls in line and is very close to what was posted on the Epic Games Store. If you didn't see it before, on the Epic Games Store, it had posted, I believe, May 30th, which had a lot of people talking about if that was actually going to happen, if this was a real thing, or if maybe this is just, Epic Games made an oops and it's not a real thing. Some people concerned that maybe it was a little bit too soon. Some people, like myself, were just really excited for it to come. But either way, we could not confirm it. There was no corroboration or anything that was posted from Kuro themselves. But now it's happened again. And now that it's happened again, it's happening on the Play Store or Apple Store, and we're getting a very similar date here. I find it very hard to believe that this just isn't at least some degree accurate. Once is a mistake, once shame on me, twice shame on you, because I feel like what this is saying is that this is a real thing. This is a real thing. And I just want to say again, I am really excited about this release date. And the more that we've been seeing of momentum of other games and competition coming into the market has, I think, just continued to confirm for me that Wuthering Waves does need to come sooner rather than later. On this May launch date, there's no way that Zenless Zone Zero, Azure Pamelia, or Duet Night Abyss, or any of these other games are going to be able to release in that time frame. And Wuthering Waves is going to have a nice little runway to be able to prove themselves as a game, as a solid independent IP in this case, that can compete with other juggernauts and other game developers in the space. And I think that's good. I think for those of us who are really optimistic about Wuthering Waves, want to see the success of the game long term, having a good open pocket to release their game on is a really positive thing and can go a really long way. Something that was brought to my attention when I was looking into this and looking at the dates that were posted is when we've talked previously about the being able to purchase on the CN beta test that happened kind of in tandem with the last global beta test, is that one of the laws and stipulation of allowing purchasing during a beta test is that they're not actually allowed to have another closed beta test. Now, I don't know if that's region locked. Like, for example, if you allowed for spending on CN, you wouldn't be able to have another beta in CN, obviously, but if that would prevent you from having another closed beta on another region, like in NA, or just like a general global closed beta. I don't know exactly how that legislation would work and how that works on the CN side, but seeing it being added to the store, seeing the pre-registrations available, seeing it falling in line with Epic Games, seeing that the general market is opening up a space for Wuthering Waves to act on it, it seems to make the most sense to me that it's coming sooner rather than later. And again, I'm really positive. We were playing on a slightly older build on the global side, and the feedback that we were getting, the vast majority of the feedback that was coming through was, in my opinion, on a little bit on the visual side, a little bit on the impact, the hit side, and the combat, getting some of that response from it. And just some other general bugs, text flow issues and things in the quest and some of the localization. But based on those previous release notes that we covered in a previous video, I'm pretty optimistic that Wuthering Waves is going to be able to stick the landing on that. I think it is going to be able to pull through, and I am still genuinely very excited for this. Now, again, of course, I'm very excited for some of the other competition that's coming into the space too. I still think competition is a very good thing because it gives the extra push to developers to always strive to make the best product. They can't, rest on their laurels for very long because somebody else is going to be charging up behind them. And no, I'm not going into that whole space of like, no, you only want Wuthering Waves to be good so Genshin gets better. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I still don't even play Genshin. I haven't played Genshin in months at this point, maybe even years. I don't know. I joined in briefly for Fontaine. I haven't even finished the Archon quest of Fontaine. Okay, like just stop coming at me. Stop yelling at me in the comments. But again, I still think this is going to be a good positive thing. I think it's a good thing for the game, and I was saying in my previous video that I did think the game needed to come sooner rather than later. And I don't know, this seems to be another step in that direction. Hoping that's the case. Also, my disclaimer as always, if this is a problem, Kuro, just come talk to me. I'm not trying to piss anybody off here. I'm not trying to rustle any feathers. I'm not trying to rustle any of Yang Yang's feathers in her hair, okay? But this is what's posted on the app stores. What am I supposed to do with this? It's not like it's like data mined, But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you agree with the stance? Do you think this is a really positive thing, moving in the right direction? Or do you still have some reservations about the release for the game? I would love to hear about that.